String theory is a theoretical framework in physics that attempts to explain the fundamental forces and particles in the universe by modeling them as one-dimensional strings rather than point particles. These strings can vibrate at different frequencies, and the various vibrational modes of the strings correspond to different particles. Here are some key concepts and features of string theory. Strings. In string theory, the fundamental building blocks of the universe are not point particles like in traditional particle physics but tiny, vibrating strings. These strings can be open or closed loops. Vibrational modes. The different vibrational modes of a string represent different particles. For example, a string vibrating in one mode might be interpreted as a quark, while a different mode might represent an electron. Extra dimensions. String theory requires extra dimensions beyond the familiar three dimensions of space, length, width, and height, and one dimension of time. In fact, string theory typically posits the existence of 6 or 7 additional spatial dimensions. Unified theory. One of the motivations behind string theory is the desire for a unified theory of fundamental forces. It attempts to combine gravity, electromagnetism, the strong nuclear force, and the weak nuclear force into a single, coherent framework. Superstrings. There are different versions of string theory, and one of the most prominent is superstring theory, which introduces the concept of supersymmetry. Supersymmetry posits a symmetry between particles with different spin quantum numbers, suggesting a connection between particles of different types. Mathematical complexity. String theory is highly mathematical and involves sophisticated mathematical structures such as topology and differential geometry. It's important to note that as of my last knowledge update in January 2022, string theory remains a theoretical framework without experimental confirmation. Researchers are still working to understand its implications and how it might be tested or modified to be consistent with observational data. String theory continues to be a topic of active research in theoretical physics.